This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Mike Murphy.
Thanks, Charlie. Yes, I am Mike Murphy, host of the Good Neighbor Podcast. This podcast is intended to help the residents of Northern Kentucky get to know business owners and influencers, just people who I think you should know. I want you to know them as people, as human beings, and not just a logo on a business card. Speaking of a logo, the logo that I have sitting on my desk right now is the logo for the business of my current guest, Mr. Ziz, known to some as Chad Zizelman, is my guest today. And so he is the owner of Mr. Ziz Window Cleaning. Is that the official name, Chad?
Yeah, so the official name is actually Mr. Ziz LLC.
Okay.
But yeah, I represent myself many times as Mr. Ziz Window Washing Service or Window Cleaning Service, whichever people prefer.
Well, welcome to the show. I'm glad to have you on finally. We've known each other for months now, and this is just one thing that we've always kind of said we wanted to do. So here we are. And, it's kind of funny, but I mean, I know you as Chad Zizelman, but quite often, I don't know, I just sort of unofficially have just started to think of you as Mr. Ziz, as though that's your last name, but that's branding. And that's kind of part of what we're all doing in business is we're branding. And I think the Mr. Ziz name is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's there's not a lot of Zizelmans out there. Like if you look it up, like where all the Zizelmans are located, we're all in this I'm actually one of the outliers. We're all in this tiny little circle in Western Ohio.
Okay.
And like if you go into any demolition derbies in basically anywhere in Ohio, you always see this black car and it says Ziz on the side of it. And that's my dad's cousin.
Okay.
So Ziz has been a common last name or shortened last name for basically all of us. So I've been called Ziz my entire life.
Yeah, I was going to say that just sounds like a common nickname that you would get in high school, if not sooner. But
exactly.
Okay.
I can still hear my football coach today going, Ziz, run faster.
Well, Ziz, Ziz, it's good to have you on the show today, and I'm happy that people are going to get to meet you and know more about you. So let's kind of get into the business end of things. So you are based in Union here. You're a Union resident.
Yep.
And how long ago did you start Mr. Ziz Window Cleaning?
Yeah, actually, I started it unofficially in November and then officially in December of this past year. Okay. I kind of tested the waters, tested the market and everything in November, and then I got really good feedback. So I just took off in December.
Okay. So no regrets thus far, right?
Oh, no, it's getting more exciting every day.
Good. Yeah. And I think, it's a competitive business, but there's an aspect to it that I think people don't quite understand why they need professional window cleaning. I think that there's a common misconception that I can just clean my own windows, and certainly anybody can, but there really is a difference, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes here. So, you've been doing this for just a little while now. You're still kind of, I think, getting your sea legs under you in terms of trying to get some traction going, and that's kind of part of why we're here. But you could have done plenty of other things, but like, why windows? Like, what makes you kind of, I guess, interested in cleaning windows, passionate about it? What's fun about it? Why'd you choose that path?
Yeah, so I've been in sales for 12 years now, and I enjoy sales. I'm one of those odd people that truly do enjoy it, but I wanted a way to build a business for myself, and I wanted a way to give back to the community. As you and I have spoke about in the past, one of my end goals is to eventually hire and employ people with special needs.
Hmm.
And so I was looking at different home service spaces because home service was definitely a direction I wanted to go with that. In window cleaning, something I always say about it, I say it's not difficult, it's not hard, it's meticulous.
Okay.
Where, like, if you look at my son, who is autistic, whenever he takes a shower, mom and dad shower, because we have like the glass doors and everything.
Hmm.
And he's one of the people who has helped this stand out to me. But he loves cleaning it, and he cleans that shower better than me and my wife do. And
Okay.
I'm a professional window cleaner at this point,
Hmm.
and he still does better than me. I mean, he'll be down there getting like every little drop of water. And so I saw this, I was like, this is an opportunity to um, build something for myself, build something for my family, but it's also a way to be able to employ the most unique among us.
Yeah. Well, I like that idea. You and I have had conversations, as you alluded to in the past, about that. And uh, so we, I guess, since we've brought up your son, let's just kind of dive into your family. So your family lives here in Union, as I said before. You've got a wife and two kids. Let's start with your wife. Her name is Ashley. And so, what does Ashley do?
Yeah, so Ashley, she works for Chef's Warehouse right in downtown. She is like me, where she's worked in sales for a hot second now. She
Mhm.
basically runs gets food delivered to all the restaurants around the area.
Okay.
Anywhere she has customers up in Liberty Township, she has customers down here in Union and Florence. So all over the tri-state area.
So, you yourself have a logistics background, is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. We met at the big brand that everyone knows in Cincinnati, TQL. We
Mhm.
call it Total Quality Love because that's where we met.
Cool.
And,
You're cool.
yep.
Yeah,
Or,
everybody knows TQL. Everybody passes it on the 275 loop there, and
yep.
sooner or later, every single one of us will have worked a little bit of time at TQL at one time or another. I think it's just
I,
one
I'm
of those.
very thankful for my time there. They have some of the best. I mean, people have. I mean, it's any company. Everyone has their own opinions about it. I'm very appreciative of my time there because
Yeah.
they had some of the best training that one could ask for, and I think that their training still is a major factor in the level of customer service that I deliver every day, and no matter what business I'm in.
That's why I asked earlier, like, why Windows? Because going from logistics to Windows doesn't seem instinctive, but yet you did a good job of explaining it. Now I understand why, which takes us to your kids now. So you mentioned your son. Your son is has level one autism. Is that correct?
Yeah,
So
so they call it
tell us
high
what's the
functioning
difference.
autism.
Okay, yeah. So because I don't know the difference. I don't know what the um, levels are, but so high functioning is like level one's high functioning. Is that in essence?
Exactly. He was kind of right on the line there. So
Hmm.
he's more in line. They don't recognize it as a diagnosis anymore, but he's more in line of like Asperger's
Yeah.
and things like that. Now, like I said, they don't recognize Asperger's anymore, um, but that's kind of where you'd categorize him. So he is verbal. He does speak. He just is delayed in many areas and has
Okay.
hyper focuses on many things. Like right now, I mean, for the past, I'd say year and a half, his obsession has been bugs. Like he can tell you every single little detail about any bug out there.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's how old is Power? His name is Power, by the way.
Yep. Power. He is 5 years old. He's going to be turning 6 in December.
Okay.
We are actually getting ready for kindergarten. So he's going to be going to Long Branch,
Okay.
and scary, exciting. He is one of the sweetest kids you could ever meet.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have yet to meet him, but I'm looking forward to meeting him someday.
Yep.
As well as your daughter. Her name is Sims, correct?
Yep. Sims, our 3-year-old going on 15 is what we like to say.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, she's got that Boston blood in her through her mom. And yeah, she's the biggest sweetheart, and it's funny because she added so much to our lives. Not only like obviously she's our daughter, we love her, we care for her, and everything, but
Mm.
she's almost like the third adult in the family. Like we don't ask her to be, but if she ever sees like her brother, because obviously he does have his um, concerns, like with he's very sensitive to sounds.
Yeah.
Any off sound, it doesn't have to necessarily be loud. Any off sound could trigger him,
Hmm.
where it makes him very upset. And she is very happy to like grab his hand and be like, "Come on, buddy, like let's go over here." Or if she sees him not listening to mom and dad, she'll go and grab his hand, like, "Mommy and daddy are calling us. Like, let's go over here." She's
Wow.
she's incredible.
At age 3, huh?
Oh
Oh,
yeah, it's
I love
crazy.
I love her awareness and the fact that she's already kind of protective over him, and so that's great to hear.
Yep.
Um, the other question that I have for you is, okay, so your kids' names are Power and Sims. Those are not common everyday names. So, what led you to those two names?
Yeah. So power. So um, me and my wife, we were both kind of the last in line for our because both of our fathers didn't remarry after their first marriages. We were the only ones to be able to really carry on that legacy. So it was either we. She's like, I kind of want you to take my last name, and we finally decided, you know what, it'd be wouldn't sound right if we called our son Zizelman Power. So we decided to keep my last name, and we honored her maiden name by naming our son Power. So her maiden name is Ashley Power.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it at first we were like, my mom actually brought it up, and we started like saying it, and we're like, actually, it kind of has a little bit of a ring to it. Like it's not as off sounding as we initially thought it would be, and yeah, we wanted unique names. That's something that we really wanted for our
Yeah.
kids.
Well, I think it's pretty cool. Um,
It's powerful.
no pun intended. Or maybe pun intended. I don't know.
Yep.
So, all right. Power and Sims, wife Ashley. You guys, I assume, on occasion, like to go out and have fun as a family. What do you guys like to do for vacation?
For vacation, my grandmother has a spot down in Cape Coral, Florida, near like Fort Myers and stuff. So we'll go down there sometimes. I know next year we're going to Disney again.
Okay.
Theme parks are our big thing right now.
Mm.
Our kids are roller coaster aholics. And I mean, we've been to Kings Island, I think we were talking about the other day, I think 7 times already this year. And being all the way down in Union, it's not like that's a short hike. So,
Right. Mhm.
um, I mean, it's every day our kids wake up during the summer and it's either can we go to the pool or can we go to Kings Island?
Okay. That can get expensive. So I'm sure you guys have the annual passes.
Oh yeah, we do. We got the annual, we have the season pass, we have the food pass, we got it all. Um, go ahead.
It kind of surprises me though that Power um, doesn't have problems with the sounds, the sights, and everything that comes with you know a a big park like Kings Island or Disney.
Yeah, so Kings Island was really good. I think that they keep a lot of those sensory concerns in mind.
Hmm.
With now, we do have to have the accessibility pass because he can't wait in a line. He struggles with that.
Yeah.
Now, it's a 5-10 minute line. We'll go ahead and wait. Like he's perfectly fine with that. But anything extended, we do have to use
Mhm.
an accessibility pass. Um, and we do have headphones for him. So there are some rides that make a lot of noise leading up to them.
Yeah.
Even I don't know if you're familiar with the rides up there, but like there's a
Hmm.
ride called Boo Blasters. He has to wear his headphones in there. So
Right.
we do wear headphones on a lot of time on a lot of the rides, or take them off right as we're getting seated,
Okay.
and that
All right.
helps a lot.
All right. I guess I wasn't aware that they accommodated kids like that with the accessibility pass. So,
Oh,
um,
it's amazing.
okay. Well, good. You're teaching me something. Um, speaking of teaching me something, you kind of introduced me to a nonprofit that you're kind of close to as well. Um,
Yeah.
so do you want to talk a little bit about that? Kind of a sports related nonprofit for special needs kids?
Yeah, it's All Ability Sports Northern Kentucky. They are ran by this wonderful woman. Her name is Samantha Payne. She's an ex special ed teacher, I believe. I know she worked with kids with special needs and disabilities. And so she started this because she has kids with unique needs. And she looked around the area and she was like, there are no programs offering sports for these kids. So she started this, I want to say, I could be off with the years, I believe 2 years ago. It was like either a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Mhm.
Um, it's taken off. I've had the pleasure of being able to coach for them. Our son's been involved with it since spring of 2024,
Okay.
and it's just an incredible organization. I mean, being able to coach it has been I've been beyond thankful that I've been able to do that because I've been able to meet these amazing kids and just see them slowly come out of their shell. It's
Yeah.
one of those things that it just takes your breath away seeing these kids like week after week just slowly open up to you, open up to their friends and build a community around them.
That's great. I had never heard of them until you mentioned them to me a few months ago. And since then, I've seen that logo 4 or 5 times out in the community, and I know that, they had a float at the Union Celebrates America,
Yep.
um, parade, just a couple weeks ago. So, I look forward to learning more about them, and, I think you and I can kinda join forces in possibly, helping to get them gift them some money through the group that I'm a part of, Give Where You Live NKY. Uh,
Yep.
we're kind of a nonprofit that funds other nonprofits, and I like to say we are, instead of speed dating, we are speed philanthropy. So
Exactly.
we're going to, our next meeting. Uh, Hopefully, you can make it. You and I are going to go, and we're going to try and get some money for your favorite nonprofit. So I hope we can do that.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. I know I'd have that on my um, list of companies to
Yeah,
collaborate with and everything.
yeah. I'd love to help out. Um, okay, so when the window business slows down, typically wintertime, I know it doesn't have to stop, but it can definitely slow. So you and I talked about your potential plans an add-on service, an additional service to your clients in the wintertime. And I don't know if you're ready to talk about that, the window art thing. If not, then we're going to cut this out of the podcast and nobody will ever know. But
Yeah.
uh, if you're ready to talk about the window art, let's talk about it. So, what's your idea around that?
Yeah. So it is something I'm going to offer. I still have to work out the details and all that good stuff. But basically, what I'm going to offer throughout I know for sure the Christmas season, I may do it prior to that. But offering window art for homes, I got to do some research around regulations
Mhm.
around the area, especially with
Yeah.
HOAs and everything.
Hmm.
But what it'd basically be is that I'd come in, I would have few set designs that I can basically draw in your window, and it'll include a free, not a free full home window washing service,
Hmm.
but I would clean that window free of charge
Yeah.
so that you're not just stuck with this paint that you now have to get off your windows. But yeah, it's something that's going to help me get through like that December, January
Yeah.
area.
I think it's a great idea. So I'm glad you're letting me talk about it now and let the community know about it, because I think that that's something that um, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen it done very often, but to me, it makes perfect sense. It's a wonderful way to just kind of get through that holiday season, especially. And I'm assuming you're painting on the inside of the window, correct?
Exactly. So you'd paint on the inside of the window to show on the outside.
Yeah.
And it's something I've always been more artistic. I love drawing. Like if you ever see me in a meeting or whatever, many times I just
You're
something
a
that helps.
doodler.
Yeah, I just doodle. I'm actively listening. I just tend to
Okay.
doodle while I listen. And
Okay.
so, yeah, I saw that as something that I can kind of dig into my artistic side and also keep myself busy during the cold months.
Okay. Well, looking forward to that too.
Mhm.
Is there anything that we have not talked about that you want the community to know, either about you, your family, or your business? Um, Anything else that we should make sure to discuss before we sign off?
Yeah, so I'm just like I said, I'm a local dad trying to build a window cleaning business. We are solely focused on windows. I think that's something that makes us stand out. Is window cleaning isn't one of several services. Now we do partner with many companies
Mhm.
that offer like power washing and all those things, but something that's unique with Mr. Ziz, and it was honestly a factor in why I went this route,
Mhm.
was that we specialize in windows. I spoke to one of my favorite clients. He's over in Walton. He said, he's like, I decided to start bundling window cleaning with all these other services. He's like, and once I did, I noticed that my window cleaning quality went down.
Mm.
And so I saw it as an opportunity. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be very good at window cleaning. And that's what I train my employees on. I go, hey, I want you to master this. I want you to master only this. I want you to be the best window cleaner you can possibly be. Everything else doesn't matter. And if someone needs like power washing or whatever, I have a partner company that does that.
Okay. Well, that's good. So, is there such a thing as being able to easily quote for somebody? Like, if somebody's listening to this and they're like, okay, what's it cost per window? Or, I guess, what are the factors that you need to consider when you're quoting it out to somebody? Maybe even if it's just to give them kind of a thumbnail understanding of what it might cost to properly clean the windows, professionally clean the windows in their home. What's that look like?
Yeah, so that is another thing that I started, because obviously you do market research before you
Mhm.
start a business, right? And I noticed, well, first off, there weren't a ton of reputable companies. There are some incredible companies in this area. I'm not going to go and diss anyone, but there wasn't a plethora of them.
Mhm.
And when I would get to many websites, um, with a few exceptions, a lot of times pricing would be complicated. It's like per pane. It's like then people are going, okay, is it per pane of glass? Like how many does that add up? Do gridded windows change? So my pricing is very simple. It's $10 per window unit. Now the biggest thing is like you see this small window behind me. It's $10, right? But normal window units, usually it's like one bottom window pane, one top window.
Mhm.
$10 for that window pane, inside and out. So it's very simple. If it's a deep clean, $17 per window. Um, sorry, not window pane, window unit.
Yeah.
And so I created special pricing for that. The only exceptions are, say, gridded windows, because a lot of those, especially the older ones, they require very special techniques,
Yeah.
and overly um, dirty windows. Like I've only ran into one house since starting this in November that I had to go, okay, come on. There's, I mean, there was waxy stuff all over these windows. It
Wow.
was taking me, I'd say, half hour to 45 minutes per window,
Wow.
and as you can imagine, that is some very heavy residue. But
Mhm.
I I don't try to nickel and dime, because I think that's I noticed it when I got my what was it, my dishwasher fixed about a year ago, is
Mhm.
that then they're like, you get this receipt and it's like this charge, this charge, this charge, this charge. And it's like, why can't you just be upfront with that? So
Yeah.
hard water stains, I don't charge extra for that. I don't charge extra to get the pollen off your window. Listen, it's all the same techniques. I'm not going to try to nickel and dime you. And my pricing is simple. And that's what I pride myself on.
And there's a difference in the water that you use versus just turning on a garden hose and spraying windows down, correct?
Yeah. So we use either deionized or distilled water,
Mhm.
just depending on what kind of work we're doing. Like especially like when I'm cleaning the tracks and sills, I want to make sure that any spray that gets on the windows is doesn't like dirty up the windows in the meantime. So I use distilled water for that because I'm not going to hook up like the whole filter and everything. But deionized water is the main thing that we use.
Okay. So if people want to get a hold of you, what's the best way to do that?
Yeah, so they can go to my website, which is very simple, mrziz.com, or they can look me up on Google, Mr. Ziz LLC, or even contact me, call me or text me on my cell phone, which I keep available on my website. It's 419-953-0755.
Okay. And again, what's that area code from? Where's 419 lead to?
Yeah, so that's technically a Toledo area code.
Okay.
Now, I come from a small little town called Saline, Ohio. It's
Mhm.
up near Lima, if you know where Lima is.
Yep.
And our population isn't that big, so we just, even though Toledo's like an hour away, we just get their area code.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah. Every time I call you, I always mean to ask you, but I never do.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah,
too lazy to look it
like,
up.
yep, everyone's like, "You're from Toledo? Like, it's rough up there." I'm like, "No, I'm from a small little town. We just steal their area code."
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think that wraps it up for this episode of the Good Neighbor Podcast. Chad, it's been nice catching up with you. It's nice to see you.
Likewise.
Look forward to working on nonprofit stuff with you. Look forward to meeting the kids in person someday. And,
Yep.
If you ever get over here and clean my windows, I think I'll insist that you bring Power with you and let me see some of his window cleaning skills. I mean, this kid sounds like he's going to be a natural at maybe helping Dad out with the business someday.
Oh yeah. Oh, he definitely will be.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, that does it for this episode of the Good Neighbor Podcast. Chad, thanks for being with us. Everybody, till we meet again, be good to your neighbor. So long, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast Union. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpunion.com. That's gnpunion.com, or call us at 859-651-8330.